Hey, so this is Alex with Local Motors. Just going to talk to you today. We had another brainstorming session today about the modular motorcycle, which you will have seen up on the project list if you look at it. It's got a guy working on it called Dusty Trounce, who is the originator of that idea. We met with it today because it's been receiving such attention and popularity. We wanted to take our own sort of dive into it. So we dug down into conceptually sort of what we would look into. We started with the description because Dusty's got an idea in mind about how he's going to be approaching this. So we really started from his idea of like what some of his restrictions were, what some of his styles or genres were that he was going to go with, and then we kind of blew it out a little bit more with some of our own more generalized list, and there was some crossover there. We talked through the value proposition and started talking about what people were really going to be trying to do with this particular product or layer of products, and how there were certain genres that you just probably wouldn't cross over into, like sport bikes, for example, or dirt bikes, because most of those are really targeted at being performance fine-tuned vehicles, and when you go modular it becomes harder to do that, and there's less value in terms of crossing over from one thing to the other. A lot of the value behind the idea has a lot to do with the fact that you could potentially go with one particular style, like a cafe racer, one day, and then come back through and change it to a hardtail the next day if that was the style that you were going for. So we looked into the relation of how you could jump from scrambler tracker, brat, cafe, touring models to bobbers and other hardtails to more Street Fighter perspective ones with really bobbed tails but are still sprung if you wanted to go to a monoshop setup, anything like that, and what those transitions would look like structurally. We started out with a much larger list of bikes and kind of culled it down to this after looking at the real crossovers in terms of style and then also in terms of structure. So where we're at right now, we're actually going to look into potentially getting a bunch of sample parts related to this smaller box of bike genres and get them in so that we can actually play with them a little bit more hands-on and see really where the hurdles are in making those physical crossovers. But we'll let you know more as it progresses.